Welcome to Thank God You're Not My Child. Remember, it's a comedy podcast where I talk about whatever I want to. So we're going to get started. I'm going to talk about the eclipse because some funny things happened during this eclipse. First of all, that's all we talked about for a while, wasn't it? It was like, oh, the eclipse, oh, the eclipse, oh, the eclipse, oh, the eclipse. And it was so exciting. And then it happened, and you're like, okay. I guess because I don't do the moon and stars study. I mean, love them, but I don't understand all of the moon and stars and science stuff. It was like bad sex. Let's just agree. It was like bad sex. Where you're really excited and you're happy that you're finally going to get you some, and then it happens, and then you're like, fuck, what was that? You know what I mean. I don't care if you're male or female. You know what I mean. It's been a long time since I've had that problem. Oh, anyway, snapping out of that, there was a lot of things that went on. We did get to watch it, and we were in Oklahoma. We were 99.9%, so we were just about 100% covered. And it was great. And being up on top of that mountain, we were at some friend's house up on top of the mountain. Hey, Steve and Lauren. I call them up because they've got the most beautiful scene. I put it on my TikTok and my Instagram and all for Thank God You're Not My Child, because it was beautiful. And when it went dark, it didn't go completely dark, but it went dark enough that you could see the night lights come on like rolled out through the mountain. It was beautiful. So we had a really great spot. We had my in-laws up there with us, Steve and Lauren, and another couple that, of course, I'm not real good at names. They were really cool. That's all I can tell you. But they were up there with me, and our Dougs and Evan and I. And it was blast. We had a blast seeing so many different generations up there in so many different ages. And of course, Steve's a scientist, like a science teacher, scientist kind of thing. So he knew. So I had a blast. But I did hear stories of some idiot people taking off their glasses. And that just made me go, oh my Lord, what would I have done if my child was that ignorant? You know, because haven't you read any stories from people over the last, I don't know, years of looking at it for a while? And, you might not go completely blind, but do you really want to have issues with your eyes? I mean, come on. How hard-headed can you be? But Lord have mercy. Nope. They were out there. I was going to pick some to talk about, but there were so many kids that were just idiots. Ooh. And just thank God they're not my child, because I didn't know what I would have done if my child had done that, Because if you're told to keep those glasses on or you could go blind looking at the sun, do you really think it's a smart thing to gamble with? I mean, it's not like walking into the casino. Happen to be where I'm recording this. Yeah. I'm not going to say the name of the casino that I'm staying in, because it's not like they're going to sponsor me or anything. I mean, I don't even spend a lot of money there. Anyway, so, yep, and that's what happens. The kids just become idiots. But at least those are the kids that are just ignorant. And they are going to regret it. Yeah, probably. But then I came up on this TikTok, and all I could find out was it was capital letters AOMM. That's what the name was. And she was talking about her daughter came home, and her 4th grade teacher told them they could look at the sun without the glasses. And that kind of ticked me off, because I was like, well, what? So then I listened to her. Go search out that. I'll share that one on TikTok. I was also, the school wouldn't let them go out and look at it unless there was permission. And then there was glasses, which she said the school was providing, so there was nothing to worry about. But her daughter's teacher told them that they did not have to. So, of course, she says right now, everything seems to be okay. They're just keeping watch. But she was just wanting to know, how many other kids just looked at it, And I don't know about you, but that teacher, I'm glad she didn't say her name because, teacher, if you're that ignorant, you might need to have some little brat calls or something, if you know what I mean. X like chocolate or something like that. X lax chocolate brownies. Is that a thing? Yeah, I think that's a thing. But I couldn't imagine. Could you imagine? Wouldn't you be, how mad would you be? I mean, if you can't trust her with something that simple, just keep your glasses on. No, don't take them off. Why do you trust her with your kids all day? I mean, that's pretty deep in there, but makes you think. I just don't understand. So, yeah, go search that out. I'll share it from my TikTok, and I'll let you know what to look at. Because this teacher should be held accountable, Even if none of them have problems now, what's to say in the future they won't because of that? So, yeah, but that was a whole lot of stupid stories, but there was some hilarious ones, And that's what I want to go to now. Well, one was, and it was all one thing, their TikTok was Ben Twin 2 Time, all one. Ben, I'll put that also on there. On TikTok, I'll share that one. And they had tricked their uncle. And he's sitting here with these glasses on, and they're behind him, and they put a towel over, like where oh no, there it goes. And then they put it back off, and they really did trick him. And it went on for a little while where it's completely bright sunshine, and he thinks it's going completely dark. And, that's a little mean, but also hilarious, because it didn't hurt anything like the stupid teacher thing that... Okay. Stop being mean to the teacher. I know. Because being teachering is hard. Okay, so I'm going to move on to a story that my mom told me. Evan and I went over to McAllister. That's where we went, Oklahoma, and to see my mom and my aunt. And they were telling me about story of the tents. That's pretty much how my mother put it. The tents. And I'm like, okay, like tents, like TENT? Okay, so anyway, here's the story. She said this Amish community, that's all I'm going to say. I don't know if it's all of them, because all I know about the Amish are they're cool, awesome people, and oh my Lord, can they build furniture and cook some food. That's all I know about them. And I love the wagons. So anyway, and the animals, and okay, anyway, let's get going. Okay, they believe that if you conceived a child during an eclipse, that it will make them really, 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 really smart. And I said it like that because that's how I say really, 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 really smart. So you're like, okay, what man came up with this? We're just going to agree. Some man came up with this. I'm sure it was Josiah or somebody that came up with this, like, hey, guess what? When that eclipse comes by, guess what we're going to be able to do? Boinky, boinky. Yeah, okay. You know what I mean. Anyway, she said that she saw a news station. I didn't ask her which one. I'm going to go search that one out. This is a story that I heard. I'm going to have to go search and see if it's real. And if you know it's real, send me the video. Alrighty? Thank God you're not my child. That's the Facebook page. And Instagram and X and on and on and on. Yeah. Okay, anyway. They have all these people in RVs, parked for the 100%, the best of the eclipse. And then they go down to pan across this little valley, and there's all of these, like, hundreds of tents. And it's the Amish that are there to boinky, boinky, boink while it's the eclipse. Okay. you can see that. You can imagine that. And I say it was a man came up with that. Of course, I would have come up with that. And I'm 100% woman. But you just got to love them a little more. Don't you just love them a little more for this? I mean, maybe we should be learning from them, because then we'd had a lot less idiots burning their eyes and maybe having fun inside and not burning their eyes, if you know what I mean. But then again, if they are dumb enough to burn their eyes and not wear the glasses, do we really want them in there boinking boinky to like breed? So that reverse, take that back. Nope. No, I don't. You don't want them in. Let's let them burn their eyes, because I guess at least that's less than breeding. So mean. That was so mean. That was mean, wasn't it? No, it wasn't mean. That would be at the point where you'd say, thank God they're not my child. Because you know what? Nope. How would you like to say, yeah, my idiot child took out the glasses. Now 4 years later, he can't see shit, so I have to help him with everything. He's just now learned how to wipe good, so I don't have to do that anymore. I don't want to ever say that. So, I mean, just say it. So, okay. So, the eclipse is over. And now, we're going to head on to the next eclipse. 20 years. And the only state that I'm sure that it's going to be over is Montana. So, I guess in 20 years, we're going to have to meet in Montana somewhere if we're going to want to see this. Or maybe even if we want to see the Amish tents. If you know what I mean. Oh, boingy boing. Okay, so on to Patreon. I think that is how you say it. I have been asked to do that, but I've chosen, I'm going to make it to at least episode 50 before I even consider it again, because I'm having too much fun at this. And the one thing that my producer, not Chucky, if you know what I mean, said was, just wait. And I said, because if I do that and actually have a Patreon and my brat followers, maybe I could do it for kids in need. So I might, if I make it to 50 and still want to. So we're not going to do it. So you're going to have to listen on Spotify, let me see, I'm on Spotify now, iRadio, and Amazon Music, and working on the others. We'll get them on app. I need it on Apple is what I need it. We're gonna have to work on that one. But until then, I've told you all I know, and thanks again for listening. And until next time, thank God you're not my child. Welcome to Thank God I'm Not Your Child. Hold on, that didn't come out right. Blooper, blooper, blooper. Okay. You can't be nasty as fuck to teachers, okay? Delete this. Okay. All right. I really have told you everything I know this time. I have ordered some really cool stickers of Thank God You're Not My Child, and if you'd like to have one, all you have to do is email me. Yes, at Thank God You're Not My Child podcast at yahoo.com. Don't forget, email me for that sticker. Until next time, thank God you're not my child.